Hey guys, this is Motofiki here, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do a full service on your YBR 125. This includes the oil, the spark plug, and the air filter. So, hope you enjoy. Changing the oil. First, you want to unscrew the oil plug using a 17mm deep socket, and then with your hands, and let the oil drain. Once it's drained, obviously it might drop a little bit, but you could just plug the oil plug right back in. Next, you want to just wipe down the area where the oil plug is, just to make sure we can see if it's leaking later on. It just makes it a bit easier to see. And this next part I'm just doing for recycling purposes. Obviously you guys do what you want to do. So yeah. Next, you want to move to the other side of the engine and unscrew the little dipstick head, and you want to pour the new oil in. Obviously you guys can do this with a filter or without, it's up to you. Next, we're going to test the oil levels just by putting in a dipstick and then unscrewing it again and seeing what level it's at. As you can see, it's perfect, so I'm just going to pop that back in. And now we're just going to make sure there's no leaks where the oil plug is, which there isn't, so great. This part is optional. I'm just activating the pump because we've just put new oil in, so if you just press the button a few times, you know, get the pump starting, and then let the bike run for a little bit. Next is the air filter. So for this part, you want to unscrew the side panel with a 10mm socket. This is the side where the dipstick is, and you do want to take off the side panel. It's not as easy as it looks. It did take a bit of fighting. Once you've taken it off, you want to undo these screws, and then this will obviously give you access to take the air filter off. As you can see here, I'm using an impact driver. It's not essential. I was fighting demons trying to get these screws off with a normal screwdriver. So anywho, you can pull out the air filter now. This is the old mucky ducky one, so we're just going to put this aside. But before we move on to the next step, we're just going to clean the area where the old air filter was, just because there's lots of condensation and probably dirt from the filter. So we'll clean this and then put the new one on. I'm just cleaning the frame of the air filter as well because it was a bit dirty, so I don't want that on my new filter. Anywho, we're going to take out the old one and pop in the new one, and that is disgusting, so yeah. Here's the new one looking brand new and shiny. We're just going to pop that in and then clip it into place. Make sure you clip it into place properly. This little rubber piece is called the oil overflow rubber, and it has a mixture of both oil and water in it. You want to give it a good clean, and then obviously once you've cleaned it, you want to put it back on. It'll just keep your bike that little bit more clean, you know what I mean? And to be honest, mine was very full and overflowing, so it was about time that I needed to clean it. I would recommend using pliers for this. It makes the process much easier. Lastly, with the air filter, you just want to pop it back on and then obviously screw it back in, and then you want to bolt the side panel back into that 10mm socket. Now for the spark plug. So firstly, you want to unplug the spark plug casing, and then wow, there's the spark plug exposed. And definitely mad at me for disturbing its peace. Anywho, that's the new spark plug. But firstly, you want to unscrew the current spark plug with a 16mm deep socket, and then with your hands unscrew it with the socket head, and then lastly do it with your hands. This is the difference between a new and the old one, but the old one is healthy as it's tea biscuit color. And then you want to screw the new spark plug with your fingers, and then with the socket head, and then with the socket head and the handle, so that you've got a little tight grip. You want to tighten it, but not too much because that could cause issues down the line. Then you want to put the casing back on, and obviously you want to turn on the engine and make sure that the bike is running well with the new spark plug. That's pretty much it for the service. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. Like, comment, subscribe for more YBR content because that's the only bike I have. Hee hee.